welcome to an episode of Raging Out in Clash. My name is Jen, and I'm here with SK.
Hello.
And what have we got for you today?
We're a little late because you had no power.
A couple days late because someone had 32-degree weather on Monday, Tuesday, and then -3 by Friday, and freezing rain, and colossal winds that downed a bunch of trees and cut out our power for almost the entire day on Friday. So a little bit late with the episode. But today we are going to talk about the shop offers that we had last week that we couldn't talk about Friday. We're going to talk about our wars. We are going to talk about, just kind of recap what happened with the qualifiers for May. We're going to talk about my base and a couple things that I've got going on in the last week. And we're going to talk about clan games because that is going on right now. And I actually have a Can't Fix Stupid for the end. So, yeah.
Okay, what would you like to start with?
Let's start with clan games because they're a pain in the ass.
I will agree and admit that I don't know why, this particular clan games is very lackluster for me. As in, it's not like I'm super excited every month that it happens, but normally I'm like, okay, we'll turn them out, quite like getting a head start or whatnot, but I don't know, this particular games has been like, okay, well, I guess I have to do them. So you have seen that.
Is it because last clan games we didn't max them, and
no.
You know it was kind of okay with everybody, and no?
No. I think I don't know why. I think because they just sort of appeared, and I don't know if it's because because normally when I know clan games is coming, right? So sometimes I'll just check on the forums to see if they've been released or not. But I haven't done that this time around. But I don't know if it's just because I'm thinking, oh, the forum's not going to be there anymore, so now I have to check in the little in-game tab, and that's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. You'll see that I'm quite low on the leaderboard. I mean, I will finish, obviously. But I'm taking my sweet time as well. I mean, I only got on the board today. And I thought, oh crap, I better do at least one challenge before somebody, with all the moochers that we have, I need to get on the board at least. But I don't know, it's just this particular clan games for me, it's been a bit about, okay, guess I'll do them. Whereas I quite like clan games because they're, breaking the farming grind, but not this time around for me. But you're doing all right.
I'm doing not too bad. I do have a couple things that I don't like in that right now on the board, all of the challenges that are on there are get so many stars or get so many attacks in. There's only 2 challenges that are, get this many spell factories, get this many expos. All the rest, you actually have to attack so many times, and that's so annoying.
Here, I'll get rid of one for you. Just for you, I'll trash one for you, because...
Give me the challenges that are, get a spell factory or get 2 spell factories. I mean, that's the kind of attacks that I like, especially for my little ones, because you don't have to do a full attack. You can drop a hero on the spell factory, get the spell factory, and you're done, right? It's quick. I don't like the ones where you have to do a full attack, wait for a full army, and it's just, I don't like those.
Those are great.
Even in Builder Base, if it says, get 12 stars, it's just,
those are grindy. But I mean, I think I notice it more because normally I'm like, okay, even if I'm not playing a challenge, I'll still trash them and see what I get them to cycle. But I'm sorry, I haven't been cycling for your 35s, but I should. So I don't know. It's just, for me, it's an odd one for me this month.
I usually prioritize my cycles. I get rid of the ones that require you to use spells. because those are always multiple attacks. So I always get rid of those. I get rid of those ones first, and then I get rid of a lot of the ones that only you or I can do, or people with siege machines, because it just helps cycle for the littler ones. I find if there's more that they can do, then they're more likely to cycle or to pick some. So I try to get rid of those ones next, because I don't like doing those either. And yeah, these ones that, you have to do attacks, I hate these too, but I leave them because I know a lot of other people, it's easy for them to do it, because if you're a Town Hall 7 or 8, I mean, it's easy to get in a couple of quick attacks, because your army doesn't take forever to train.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
So I tend to put those ones more on the board.
Conversely, I tend to get rid of the easy ones in the morning, my morning, because that's when I'm recruiting and I don't want, the snipers, the clan moochers there. So I do the opposite of you, and when I'm in the mood, I'll trash challenges and build the board up so that I know actually none of them can do, like for example, I'll get rid of the 500 one that's on right now, that's like get 3 stars in under 30 seconds. I always get rid of that when I'm recruiting, because it's a lot harder to pick up when they're actually taking a challenge, and so yeah, I have to stack the board so that I don't need to be eyeballing on it all the time.
And I will say, I mean, that's a good thing to do, because there was a couple people yesterday that I caught for that reason, because they had to do multiple attacks, and by the time they were doing their second or third attack, I was like, oh, no, and I had kicked them. So, yeah, no, that's good. That makes sense.
You've kicked a lot of people, though, yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I have been struggling with my war attacks for a number of reasons. And we'll get into that a little bit later, but I got frustrated for a couple of different reasons after I did my war attack, and I ended up kicking everybody.
No, but I mean, you got rid of a lot of people that had started clan games without actually meeting our clan requirements yet, so that was good. That was good that you managed to catch them. But what do you think of the rewards?
In terms of the rewards, I just realized that the Super Troop Potion is in the same category as the Builder Potion, which they didn't kiss my bum. Because I want the Dark Rune, and I want 100 gems, and I want both of those potions, and I can't have all of them. So I'm kind of freaked out.
So what are you going to pick?
Well, I'm going to pick the Dark Rune for sure. Well, see, and there too, I don't know if I need the Dark Rune, just because my heroes are almost done.
But do you need 100 gems?
By the end of leagues, I should have max hero. But I don't think I need this Dark Rune, because I will be getting one in the Gold Pass next month.
Not for a while, though. You have to remember that.
Right.
That even though, yes, you'll get it, but it'll be probably halfway through the month.
Right. Not necessarily, because sometimes they have the runes at the beginning, but it'll depend on when it is. So I'm probably going to take the 100 gems. I'm going to take the 2 research potions, probably. And then for my extra reward, I will take the super potion, take the builder potion, both of them from the 4th tier. I'll take the wall rings, because I need those. And the shovel, because I finally got another tree on my base that I can move into place.
Why do you need the super potion? Why can't you just get the Dark Rune, and then I'll give you the Dark Elixir that you need to use the super potion on? And extra Dark Elixir.
Right, being so smart. Because it's annoying.
Well, what is it about the super potion that you actually need?
So I have one in my inventory.
Okay, that you're gonna use as substitute for Dark Elixir.
Yeah, okay, maybe your way is better. Hey!
Because it's not like it gives you any time advantage or anything. It's purely, that is just 25,000 Dark Elixir, essentially.
That's
Isn't
true.
it?
Okay, So I'll get the Dark Rune and the 100 gems, research potions, the builder potion, the wall rings, the shovel, and the 20 gems in.
I'm just letting you know.
Max. Provided we max, because we're still 25,000 away from max. We're only halfway there.
We'll max, don't worry, we'll max. What am I gonna get then? So I will get the Dark Elixir Rune, because I'm still doing heroes. I'll also get 100 gems, the research potion, because I still have research to do, builder potion. Is it the 40 gems or the wall rings? Which one's more?
I'm getting the wall ring.
For walls or for gems?
For walls. I still have walls to do.
Well, I'd just like to check whether I'm getting good value. How many gems did I get?
For you to get the 40 gems, because wall rings only give you 5 gems.
Okay. I mean, I still have walls to do as well. But yeah, 40 gems. That's like 40 siege machines. That's what I'm thinking.
Fair enough.
You know, and if that's 30 gems a pop, if you forget the gold pass, technically, that's a lot of gems I'm getting back. In this false economy. Then I'll get the training potion and the 20 gems. Although, yeah, probably the training potion. I could have sold the shovel for 50, isn't it?
Yep.
But no. Training potion for me. So that's what I'll do. I've got a Dark Elixir Rune already in my inventory, so I will at that point need to be doing some heroes. Just giving you a heads up.
Right. No, that's all right. I know it's coming.
Because I could technically, with what if I farm enough and have enough to put down, like the queen, the champ, or the king, then with one of them down, I use the rune I have to put the other one down, and then the rune I get in this one to put the other one down, and then the warden's just elixir anyway. Mm-hmm. So they'd all be down. Oh my goodness, I am taking a holiday. Bye.
For sure when you come back.
Oh goodness. But yes, so I guess that leads on to base progression, because I've still got all my heroes to do. Where am I? Let's see. I'm on 78 now for my heroes. Aren't I? Yep, 78 queen, 28. So I've got 2 levels left on my queen, my warden, and my champ, because I've been doing them simultaneously. Poor little king's been left out, but with this extra dark rune, he might actually get to have a little wee upgrade sneaked in. So what's that? 6, 7, 9, 11 levels left, all combined. I have a level 10 lassie now.
I just noticed that. You've got 2 maxed up yet.
I know. That was quite fast, I thought. Because I'm not gemming them. I'm using the hammers that I've, earned medals from and stored for ages. So, but I'm not gemming the time when I do put them down. I mean, obviously the hammer doesn't have any time, but when I do put them in. So it's not actually been that much of a grind.
That's good. What was the most, what's the last upgrade? Like, how long is that one for each of them?
I cannot remember because I hammered my last lassie level. I think it's about the same, maybe like 5, 6 days or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
They do get progressively longer still, but I just can't remember how long. So I'm working on my unicorn right now.
Oh, yeah. After watching a few replays, I probably would focus on my owl as well.
Oh yeah. I wasn't sure whether I should do an owl or the unicorn left. I knew I was going to do the yak and then the lassie because those were kind of my personal favourites. The owl and the unicorn are kind of like a dead tie in terms of, well, don't really, not fuss which one I do most. So
Right.
I've gone for the unicorn just because it has the most dark. But I mean, I think it's more because the owl, while he is good, he is only really, or he or she is only really compatible with the warden. Because the owl is always an air troop.
Right.
Right? So you put an owl with any ground hero, you're already kind of, you're almost disadvantaging yourself because suddenly you walk into an air mine or suddenly you walk into an air defense and you know, you don't, it's bye-bye. I mean, granted that's the same for when you're using it on a warden, but at least you're knowing, at least if your owl takes a hit of an air mine for you, then, you know, it's not going to knock out your warden instead. Whereas the owl being an air troop with a ground hero is not going to it's not going to take one of those traps for your hero.
Right.
That's my thinking, anyway. So
No, that makes sense.
That's why I've gone for the unicorn, because obviously it's the most dark elixir and I'm now not too fussed about farming and whatnot. But also because I can put the unicorn to use with any of the other heroes, whereas the owl is only really the warden. I've never really seen the owl on anybody else, even on streams. I don't know, you said you caught some of the war qualifier thingies. Did anyone...
I can't remember which heroes the owl was on, but just the fact that it, you know, did the chain damage like the Electro Dragons, it, you know, I started to think maybe this owl is actually not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you could put him with the king, and you know, when you're doing your funnel, and have that chain, because that's normally what the king's for, isn't it? Just funneling or being a meat shield. But yeah, so and then in terms of other stuff. I'm researching my archers to max because I'm seeing a lot of this whole super archer thing that I'm thinking, should I give it a go? But you know, not really too fussed about it. And then I just have my
got archers and wall breakers left anyway, so it's not like
I know.
You know.
I know. I was like, oh, archers and wall breakers, great. Yeah, so that's all I have left in terms of research, in terms of defenses and whatnot. So I am still working on traps. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I still have 7 bombs still to go, an air bomb and a bomb.
Oh, wow.
I know. My builder huts are still going. I finally started the upgrade for my town hall. So it'll go to number 2 because somebody said, is your town hall still 1? And I was like, yes. Is there a problem? It's just the way you asked. So yeah, town hall's going up. What I think I've noticed people were saying that actually the builder hut is quite weighty. And the fact that I've now done a lot of them might indicate why our wars are a bit more because I will move on to this when we talk about wars, but I've been having to hit much more developed spaces than I am in war, and I'm wondering whether it's the builder huts that are carrying that weight. And you can understand that because you're essentially getting 5 extra defenses added into the mix. And when you do look at the builder hut, where you upgrade it to level 1, 2, I can't remember, but the next level up, right? There is a big bump in the HP as well. So you can understand why it's quite heavy in terms of weight. But so and it is the Town Hall 4 signature defense, isn't it? So I've not been, I guess, war efficient in that sense, because I think we're just used to the fact that builder huts, you know, you can put them in the corner and you forget about them. So when you're upgrading them, you're still thinking about that, and you still think, you know, scatter, inferno, expose, eagle kind of thing. You're not thinking, build a hut kind of thing. So, but yeah, so I've committed now. So I'm doing all my builder huts and my traps, and then it'll be an inferno. I think we discussed that, just because you get that extra beam. I'm not doing the eagle. I mean, just the fact that you get an extra beam is almost like another defense, isn't it? So.
Absolutely. What about your walls? How many walls do you have left from your?
A lot, tons, because I still have 61 more walls to upgrade to the next level 50.
How many did you get?
I think 100, don't you? You get 100 in the first one? I don't know.
Did 100? You only got 25.
Well, it says I can upgrade 60 more of them.
Oh. So maybe you did get 100. Is there walls now?
No, I got 2 extra 25 walls, is what you're saying. I'm talking about upgrading to the max level.
Right. So is there 400 walls now then?
There are 325.
325.
You might not have noticed, or you might have noticed, but I've not bought any walls. So I haven't put down my new walls. Don't roll your eyes at me, woman.
Why not?
Because I would have to individually find space on my base to put the thing down.
So, all of these people that are Town Hall 14s with the extra walls making their bases bigger and harder, and this whole time you've had your Town Hall 13 base.
You didn't even know. And actually, it's been doing fine. And you know what? What am I gonna? Oh, I'm getting hit more.
Oh, let's watch. Okay, we gotta watch. Because this is big.
Because you made me watch. Aha. Oh, did I need those extra walls, Jen? Did I need those extra walls?
Number 2 starred you 73%. So now you have more than 70%.
Did I need those extra walls because the blooming person used air? He used air.
It's been hitting you.
He used air. The walls were gonna do diddly.
Well, yeah, but the walls will keep the heroes out. Now, will they not?
We don't even know. We don't know. You cannot say that because we don't know how he used his heroes because the replay has finished. So, well, you didn't even notice. So, I'm not telling you next time.
Okay, so no pressure. No pressure. 74%.
I know. But, you know, number 1 still has to clear number 3.
Yeah, I think he will. Because remember, we were discussing this earlier. We think that the top 3 accounts are all the same guy.
Person, yeah. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just going to say this. You're saying get 74% or more, right? And we're touching upon this now. So we might as well talk about this. But that's a lot less than it was yesterday, then, Jen. What we had to do. So
it was. Yesterday we had a crap match. Lately we've been running into a lot of roster engineers. In that they're not, engineering specifically just on an individual base, but, they're having a Town Hall 14 at the top, and at the bottom they're running, a Town Hall 5, Town Hall 3.
Defenseless ones as well. Not just low Town Hall, but defenseless ones.
Yeah.
So.
And this war in particular as well, at the bottom there are 2 Town Hall 3s. Stuff like that. It's frustrating because, obviously they're trying to skew the match to give themselves an advantage. Last war, we did pretty good. We did really good, actually. Their number one ended up
We did
with,
lose our... oh, okay. And
their number one ended up with a 97% 2-star on you, and you got a 96% 2-star on him. So we lost by one bloody building.
one building. But, and I have to say that I was hitting that his base had a max eagle, had a max scatter, and a lot higher town hall than I have. So,
And I mean, that's why, obviously, they felt the need that they had to roster engineer. And it was, last war too, it was a 15 more, and we were playing against 3 people.
It was a defenseless Town Hall 9 at the bottom as well. So.
At the bottom as well, and it was kind of funny because their Town Hall 10s that were in the clan were the same name, or had the same name in them. They jumped to another clan that had a 75 win war streak going on. And I remember telling you, we know how they got that 75 win war streak now. Obviously they're a good clan because, their attacks were pretty solid.
Well, you could tell, looking at their roster.
But when you have to roster engineer, it's pretty clear why they had that streak, because, they were giving themselves the advantage in putting those lower town halls at the bottom.
Yeah, you look at their clan composition, you could tell who's actually warring, because all the high level town halls had, were active, and then all the lower ones, well,
And it was, I'm saying that is unfair in this instance because it was obvious by the names that we were playing 3 people. So in a clan, or in a war of 15, we were playing 3 people. So that person is obviously, good with whatever attack and hitting, bases, being able to scout for himself the way that he knows he wants to hit that base. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot different when you're in a clan of 15 different people and, having to explain in chat, okay, you have to hit it. This is the way I want you to go in.
Well, put it this way. Human error is a lot less limited when you're that one person making the error. But, it is annoying. But, 96% in itself for me, that's a pretty good high percentage for me. So I'm just, first of all, surprised that I managed to get that many. But also, why does it have to be just one stinking building? We always lose a streak, and it's like 0.1% destructions, and the difference. And it's almost makes you wish that you just lost because you suck, not because you were so close. It was just literal. And I had so many Inferno Dragons left as well. I had so many troops left. But yeah, it was just hard because I think I used my cells a little bit earlier than I needed to. But I was just going to say 96% 2-star is actually a good result for me. So, and now you're telling me 74% 2-star is what I need to get, and good luck with that. And I'm like, yeah, but every war's different. This one that I'm in has a max eagle again, a higher town hall again, and what was it, Infernals this time instead of Scatters? So, yeah. Well, we'll see. If I get 96 in this one, I'll be happy. But I might not, because we never know. We never know. But yeah, so that caused us to lose our streak. And
we were on 10 in a row and then lost that one.
Yeah, so, we knew it was coming, because obviously when we get so far, you do start to see that skew in the matchmaking. But it's like you've said before, if we're going to lose again, it might as well be next to each other. So I've got to get a jail free card, and, don't necessarily have.
No. I don't want 7 red ones in this log. 6 is I'm having a tough time dealing with 6. So
we punted one out recently.
no, we're at 6 right now. Well, we punted one out, but we just added one, so we're still at 6.
So we're okay. And then if I get another loss, that's technically just a line of red.
Wars, we have the possibility of knocking out 2 because we bunched those 2 together. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time we lose a couple wars right after that again. So we keep them together at least.
Yeah. See, so there you go. I should lose this one.
No, we haven't had back to back in a very, very, very long time. Can't even remember the last time. So. But we are coming up on 650. 650 war wins.
Yeah, that'd be a milestone in itself, because that means I've been in excess of 650 wars. Yeah, I've warred a lot, is what I will say. That's my speech. I've warred a lot.
878 times, actually. That's how many total wars have been played, and you've been here since the beginning. So, been a part of, not necessarily warred in, but been a part of 878 wars.
But I used to be in a different clan as well, remember, so I have been in wars before then. So. But thanks for letting me know how old I am. Thanks.
That's how our wars are going. Right now, like I said, you just need to get 10% more on number 1, and then we should have that one secured up.
10% more?
Unless he decides to hit you and 3-star you, then you need a 98%. Because that could happen.
Well, don't give him any ideas.
I'm just saying. But that's kind of where we're sitting at with our wars. We've got a couple people going out doing heroes. Well, one's going out doing heroes until league starts. There's another one doing heroes after this next war, and we've got our Town Hall 9 out because he has exams for the next couple days. So we need to do some recruiting, I think, just to get a couple more.
People keep kicking and people keep being stupid.
Oh, yes! I was going to say what happened. So the last couple wars, I have been absolutely crap with my attacks. It frustrates me so much to have a plan in my head, know that the plan is going to work, but start shaking like a scaredy cat chicken right before I have to attack, and then not be able to drop my lightning spells on the freaking sweeper to get rid of it because I'm shaking so much, and I fail. So
yeah, but you were hitting the base I was hitting, and I needed to get 97%.
So that was the war before. I was shaking so bad I couldn't even drop my spells. And then this war, I was hitting a Town Hall 12, and my king, for whatever reason, I dropped him on the right side, and he went the other way. And it was just like, okay, well, you're messing up my funnel, because you were supposed to get that air defense with Ice Golem. And it just didn't happen, so I had to waste my queen, and it went downhill from there, because I'm not good with Lalo. This was, I've been practicing it because I've been in Legends, which has been a problem as well, because obviously it's more stress every time I go up into Legends. And the thing that happened yesterday was I failed my attack, and over the course of the day, we had gotten somebody in that was underage. And, every time you swear or say a bad word, that's not even a bad word, you get the little stars that, blocks out the entire sentence sometime because of one freaking word. And I was mad. Because I couldn't see my frustration in chat. All I could see was stars, and it wasn't getting across how mad I was. So I got extra mad, and I kicked about 11 or 12 people out of the class in frustration. And then, once I saw that I could swear again, it was just like, okay, my little rant is over. I'm going to go away now.
You didn't even swear afterwards.
I I didn't, because one of our other members, said shit in the clan, and I'm like, okay, it's good. The guy's gone. I can say if I need to swear, I can swear. It's probably
You
a
just
good thing
needed
they
to
didn't.
know that you could.
It was just the fact that, I knew that I could. But by then it was like, okay, kicking them all, it was like, okay, I'm good now.
Sometimes you just need to have a good sort of rage out session and just kick everyone.
It wasn't like I was kicking people that had just joined and were talking. Like, these are people that join, go offline, don't do anything, and just disappear. So I mean, it wasn't, I wasn't kicking the ones that were actively in chatting and whatnot. It was just a rage kick and.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. That's that's why our clan is the way it is, and that's why it's called the way it is.
And I mean, just to touch upon it again, the reason why I've been doing so bad in my war attacks, I think, is because I've been in Legends.
Mm-hmm. You pushing is never good.
Yeah, I know that as a 13, I'm not going to be high up in Legends. It's just so I can hit proper bases with this Blizzard Lalo that I want to be trying and getting better at. And I mean, it's always stressful because, I mean, even when I'm attacking in low Legends and I know that I'm not going to be getting good base or good hits and stuff, I mean, I still get 1 star. So, I mean, obviously those are having an effect on me and ticking me off because I shouldn't be getting 1 stars. I should be at least able to get a 2 star. So it's stressed. And I mean...
Mm-hmm. But with Lalo, it's always a bit like... They're a bit like cogs, aren't they? You either get 1 or you get 3. And you're going for 3. So, nowadays it's a little bit easier because you can just, blimp in to get that 2. But, you still need to have that accuracy, and a lot of it's baited a lot these days. That because it seems everyone's using the blimp, so it's all set up to be that way. But yeah, you going up, pushing Legends. I always say it, Jen. It just means it's gonna be a crappy time for the rest of us.
Yeah, but 6 more days left. I haven't decided if I'm dropping out today. Like, I haven't done any of my attacks yet today. The problem is I haven't been getting hit enough because I'm so low in Legends. People don't always use all of their attacks, so I have not had a full day where I've been hit every single time.
So everyone is where you are is sitting waiting to be attacked because they all want to drop out of Legends. And we're just waiting for the people who are climbing up to hit you, but the people that are wanting to drop out are obviously not attacking. So, but
yeah, that's where I've been. And in terms of my base, I don't have much left. I had a little bit of a surprise the other day because I was like, because obviously this war was one of our tougher ones again. And I'm like, okay, I've got a gold rune, I've got a book of building. I'm just going to I'm going to instantly do one of my expos, and I'm going to throw that in their face. Well, little did I know, there's also 2 levels on the expo. So I went back into it the other day, and I'm like, why do I still have that expo? I thought I put that, I thought I booked that. And I looked, and I'm like, son of a bugger, that's another level. So, yeah, I've got... the first level of all my expos are going, so they're all done. I had 2 Infernos finish today, I think. My 3rd one is finishing tomorrow. And then all of my expos will be at the first level, and then I've got 1 going to the 2nd level as well. After that, I have cannons, air defenses, and archer towers left. Obviously, the archer towers and cannons, I think, have 2 levels, so I'm not as done as I think I am. But I do only have 17 walls left. So I'm kind of excited about that. I've always been quite good at doing my walls as I go. So I don't leave them to the end, because just from experience on my other accounts where, I rushed them and didn't do my walls, now, most of my defense is being done and having to catch up the walls. Oh my God, is it a grind? Like, for real. So I'm glad that on this one, like the main one that I play, I actually do the walls as I play, because I do not want to ever grind wall. It is just such a pain in the ass. And heroes-wise, I have my queen is obviously done. My warden is done. I've got 2 levels left on my king and 1 left on my champ. So by the end of leagues, I will be maxed offensively hero-wise. And I don't have much left for troops. I have, I think, Yetis in the oven right now. And I have giants left. Which, giants, golems, Valkyries, the Skelly spell, Bone spell, and Jump spell. And then I've got my Wrecker and the Log Lodge. So I don't have much left. Probably a couple more months with the gold pass and whatnot. I should be maxed offensively, and then it's just to catch my defenses up. I probably have months left on that because it's two freaking levels that I got to do. Yeah, I want to be just about done Town Hall 13, but I still have months to go. And I mean, the reason that I want to be done Town Hall 13 is because I do want to be able to, like I said, push in Legends just to see how high up I can get. I do think that it's going to be...
this fun is going to happen again?
Yes. Probably even worse, because I'll be like, well, I should be competing with these people. This is what I am. But that won't be at least for, I'm going to say at least another year, because, I mean, I have to, still upgrade and then upgrade.
10 out of 15, let's go.
Yeah. It'll be a while. I'm expecting the new Town Hall, like Town Hall 15 in the fall of 2022. So I've got a good year and a half yet before I have to think about that. So I'm thinking probably for me, like in the fall, that's when I'll probably go to Town Hall 14.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else were we going to talk about? I cannot remember.
There was shop offers last week. I can't even remember what was in them. All I know is that I bought the one that was $1.39.
You bought them?
I bought one because I didn't have any training potions. So the one that I bought, I think, had 1 research potion and 3 or 4 training potions for $1.39. It was dirt cheap. So I bought that one. It was cheap like dirt.
I did not buy any. And by the way, dirt is not cheap. I didn't buy any because with potions and things like that. I want books. I want runes. I want the good stuff. I don't want potions.
There was a book, I believe. I can't remember which book it was, but there was a book with a builder potion for $13.99. I didn't get that one.
I think it must have not been a hero book, because I didn't get it.
It might have been a hero book, but I thought... Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
I wish they would stop giving us the Book of Spells.
Yes, we have enough of those.
Like, I feel like the Book of Spells come out more than the other books.
It comes out more than it needs to.
Well, yes. I mean, you think of the troop to spell ratio. Even if they equally did it, you're still not going to need it.
You can't use the Book of Spells on the Siege Machine. It has to be a book of troop, like the troop book.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, because it's not a spell. Jenn.
Well, it's not a troop either, it's a machine.
Well, don't be going about another book, different book, specifically for Siege Machines. But the troops go in the Siege Machine, Jenn.
That's true enough,
But yeah, so I feel even if they say the books come out, at an equal randomness or whatever, equal frequency, apart from maybe the Book of Building, lies.
They lie.
Even if it was true, nobody's going to need the Book of Spells as often as a Book of Fighting or a Book of Heroes. Nobody's going to need those. So I'm always having to trade in my Book of Spells for gems.
Yeah, that's one too that, I mean, I still have spells left to do, but they're not spells that I use, so I don't want to waste a book on them. I'd rather just have the 50 gems because...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Clash Championships, the qualifiers were on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to watch any?
I watched a bit. I know who made it to the end, I think. Did I see stuff about who made it to the end and whatnot? I heard that Queen Walkers got kicked out pretty swiftly, which was quite a surprise, because they're always a fan favourite, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, this is only the first qualifier, so there's plenty of time to qualify, and there'll be other months to do so. But yes, so the 6 teams that have qualified are Space Station Gaming. Now you're testing me again. Space Station.
They were number 1. Okay.
They were number 1, and then number 2 is MCES. So Space Station Gaming gets their buy-in. They get their buy. They get a free sort of ride, don't they? Space Station Gaming, MCES, ATN Attacks, Marcos Gaming, Vitang, and then World Top Career, so WTK. Thoughts?
I'm just looking at the bracket here because that's only 6 teams. I know that they had switched it up. I thought that there was supposed to be 8 teams, and I guess it is only 6 teams. So the way that they have the bracket set up, on day number 1, the 4th seed plays 5, and then the winner of that plays the 1st seed. So they would play Space Station Gaming, and then underneath, number 3 plays 6, and the winner of that plays MCES, number 2. The losers from those matches go down to the bottom bracket, and then the losers of the Space Station match and the MCES match go down to that losers bracket as well. So it's a double elimination, essentially.
I thought Space Station Gaming get to go, like, they missed the skip over.
They missed the first 4.
Right.
3 plays 6, 5 plays 4 in the first match, and they have to play to see who plays 1 and 2. So they get a bye for the first one. But it is, like I said,
number 2 get a bye as well?
Yeah.
Right, okay, 1 and 2 get a bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a double elimination, double knockout. So I guess it is only 16. I thought it had to be 8 teams, but I guess just with the changes, only 6.
Mm-hmm. So don't want to drag it out as much. So just because sometimes they're long days, and I think.
Well, the thing that I didn't like about this as well, and some of the streamers were complaining, there was so much of a gap in between matches. Like there was a half an hour gap in between matches. And it was quite lengthy. And I mean, you're thinking about where some of these people are in the world. And, if they're having to wait a half an hour in between matches, like spins and stuff like that, along with the 45-hour war, that's a long time.
I think they change the timings every month. So I think next month it's more Asia friendly.
Right.
So they have accounted for that a little. They haven't accounted for what a long ass day it is still even.
Yeah, it was a long day. I know that the streamer that I was watching, I usually get up for 5 o'clock in the morning, and I happened to be up at about 5:30 that day, and it was already started. And I mean, this was going on well into the afternoon, almost early evening. They were still playing, and I was just, and I mean, like I said, by then the streamer that I was watching, he was hired, and he wasn't even streaming, he wasn't even casting anymore. And it was just okay, well, I'm not watching you if you're not going to put in any kind of effort. So, it was just, I started watching something else by then.
Yeah, so that's all kicking off. Do you have a favourite yet?
I mean, it's always going to be alternate attacks. Yeah. I really don't want Space Station to win just because. And I mean, the funny thing was Tribe Gaming didn't win, and I mean, they got knocked
Not
out.
yet.
I think
They have chances.
Well, yeah. I mean, they got knocked out the same time Queen Walkers did. It is kind of funny just because, I mean, obviously Space Station Gaming has members from the old Tribe Gaming, so it's just kind of funny to see Space Station Gaming now as the number 1 seed in this qualifier going into next weekend, and Tribe Gaming is nowhere to be found. So.
I think it's probably with the synergies of a clan, right? It's it's more. I don't think Tribe ever really found that team synergy that you see a lot of other clans that are successful. Not that they're not successful, because they probably raked in a lot of prize money, but I feel like it's not a natural synergy, if that makes sense. And I don't know if SSG have that or not, but I do feel that sometimes that can play a part.
Oh, absolutely. So, and I mean, ATN is still my favorite, obviously. And I mean, they struggled this qualifier. There was a couple wars where they started off, they were actually down after the first 2 attacks, and it wasn't looking good for them. But, because they have the experience, because they know what it takes, being a world champion and whatnot, they were able to rebound and come back and get a spot for next weekend.
Yep.
And it's your choice.
Who's my choice? I do like ATN. They have that whole synergy that I was just talking about, that it seems very natural for them to work together as a team. But I said that I quite like that Batang made it through, because they kind of were quite prolific in the earlier days, and then they kind of faded away, but then they're coming back again. But I mean, that's just my observations. But I quite like that they're back and coming back strongly as well. I mean, I didn't used to follow them like you did, the whole competitive side. But I did know that Batang was a team. So the fact that I remember them from a while back, and now they're here again, it's just memories. It's nostalgia, I guess. That they're back, and still competing at a good enough level that, with all the newer teams coming in, I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're probably coming up on an hour here, so our can't pick stupid for this round. I don't know what the heck it is, what people have been smoking out there. But
you say that only because it's legal in your country, Jen.
It is. I really don't know. I mean, when people come into the clan, we, have specific things that we ask them. One of them being that, we like to see that they can hold their own for war, so show us an attack. And the other day, some guy asked, well, can I use spells? And you and I kind of both at the same time said, why wouldn't you? It was a dumb question, right? Like, I had never, and I remember when he asked that, I was just, like, blown away. I'm like, why? I have never been asked that question. Like, why would you even ask that?
Even on the splash screen, right, when you load up the game, one of the things it says is spells can greatly, change the outcome of a battle. So use them wisely. So use them.
That was a shock the first time that that happened, because I couldn't believe that it happened to begin with. And then yesterday again, I messaged you because somebody had asked the same question again. Well, can I use spells? And the guy was serious. And again, I was just like, what are people drinking and smoking out there?
See, and that just makes me think, right? We get called unreasonable a lot of the times, all names under the sun, because we ask you to, show off your skills. I don't know why you would see that as a bad thing, that you play the game, don't you? You must have attacked at some point. So we get called unrealistic. I got called crazy today in French because he forgot that he was speaking in English. So I had to translate the French, which I got, thank you very much, into English again. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just kick you now. I got called a tyrant also in French as well. But the fact that these people are asking this must make me think there must be clans out there that say you're not allowed spells or something, right? Because they're not reacting in a way of why are you asking me to share a replay? They're just clarifying whether they're allowed to use spells or not. So there must be, they must have been in clans that have said you're not allowed spells. What can you do? Show us, or something, right? Because what other explanation could that be? Why would we? Why would? And it's not even as if we are restrictive, right? We don't say you're not allowed CC troops, you're not allowed spells, you're not allowed heroes, blah blah blah. We actually encourage them to go in fully loaded. Take your heroes. Why would you join a clan with no heroes if you can't show off what you can do? Why would you, join a clan with your spell factory down and want to war? So we encourage you to, use every possible advantage you can have to show your best, and one of those is using spells. So that gives me some comfort that we're not the most unreasonable clan out there, because there must be clans out there that are going,
that, or these people are smoking some stuff in their backyard and coming up with these weird questions, because I don't know why why they would ask that otherwise.
I'm telling you, you cannot, like, you and I have been recruiting for a while, so we do have things that we know we say because we know that this is the best way to put it, because there's no misconceiving what we're saying. But, there comes to a point where we need to not have to say, take an army, make some troops, make all your troops, take spells, take a CC, take your heroes. We there needs to be a point whereby people need to have a little bit of common sense. And if you're failing in that, then it's best to end that relationship quickly. That there's only, even if you help them through that, it's not going to bode well for when they have to understand the war plan. Particularly like our one rule of play, it's going fully loaded, and they're asking if they can take spells. So, but yes.
That was the Can't Fix Stupid for this last week. From going to never having seen the question to having it almost back to back one day after another. It was just kind of wow kind of thing. But I think we'll probably end it there. That's all we're going to talk about today. So next week we will have leagues to talk about, which will be fun. We'll see if we actually did max out our clan games and get all of those rewards. There's probably going to be some events that we can talk about, which will be exciting. And the season will be wrapping up soon for Legends. We'll see if I can stay up there and get some trophies. And we will maybe have a sneak peek for a new skin next week. The season for that is it. Mm-hmm. Until then, we will see you then.
Bye.